welcome back to FS25 here on Riverbend Springs. Like I said, we are just a few seconds from the last episode, almost down to the contract field. And once we get them started, I'll turn in the other contract and look for some other ones. Alright, get you started. Turn this in. I could do some bale wrapping. It's pretty simple. Oh, there is some weeding. All right, let's do the weeding. Let's take the big one. And then we'll do the small one as well. Oh, there's more hoeing too. All right, we won't do, let's just do those two. We don't need to do the small hoeing or small weeding field. All right, so this is the one up 38. It's a nice tractor. All right, we'll get him driving up. I don't know if he'll... let's drive him up to here. Hopefully he makes it. And then where's this? Oh, this is field 8 by us. Our future field. Is he moving? Oh, he turned around. Okay. Whichever way you want to go, I suppose. Yeah, in April, you're not going to really have any... It's going to be a lot of weeding and things like that, because you're not going to have a lot of... Well, you're not going to have any harvesting. Except for grass cutting, I guess you can call that harvesting, but... Yeah, the work at this point is... Oh, there's not even any weeds. Whatever. Oh, look, we have more milk. Oh, you are flying. Are you almost there? No, you're not almost there. Weeding, where's our... Okay. All right, you are just about done. So I think we can start windrowing. Probably be done by the time you do your first headland. Suppose we could do this in the meantime. Okay. Might as well just leave it like here. If I'm going to be doing it that often. No, you were just about done. You were just starting. What other contracts we got? So I probably will do some bale wrapping. I don't know about that one. I think it's just like 2 bales or something like that. It's almost not worth the diesel to get up there. Especially if this is in the United States right now. Apparently, I mean, gas prices are insane right now, but diesel is even worse, I guess. All right, let's get you on the next field. I like to try to make sure to stay on top of the mowing because I want to finish the mowing as fast as possible. If I miss like if I'm doing a contract or something or moving contract stuff around and the windrower is sitting there not doing anything, it's not a huge deal. The mowing I need to stay on top of, mostly because I want to finish that as fast as possible so I can get started on baling, because that's really the slow portion of this whole process is the baling. So I'll just check to make sure see, like, the fact that he wasn't going is fine. It's not even any weeds. Oh well. They're giving me money anyways, so let's do it. I'm surprised you're not going only 20% done. I don't know. I don't even know where you're going because there's no weeds. This one at least has weeds that you can sort of see. Yeah, you see all the weeds there? These little things. So you can tell this is all clear, whereas this over here is not. But yeah, he's about half done. Not too bad. Alright, where are we at? Yeah, at this point there's really not much to do. Could check on... Ooh, I have not checked on cow selling. Oh yes, we are over. Dang it. Okay. Yeah, I did not notice that. So I'm going to have to sell them off, even though they are... Or no, it's 36 months. I don't know what I'm thinking. We're not there yet. Okay. And eventually I am going to shift this around, take this out, move it over, and get some dairy cows. But for dairy cows, I want to get a TMR mixer. And I'm going to do, you know, grass. Well, not grass, but hay, silage, of course, and straw. And that last one, of course, I can't really do until I have some wheat fields. So, yeah, we're getting there. What did they plant in our future field that we're going to get rid of? What is that? Green beans. Yeah, we're going to get rid of that. That won't be profitable to borrow. How much is it to borrow, actually? I think it's like 25,000 or something like that. Where are the harvesters? $25,000. Yep. Okay. Yeah, I was gonna stop him to go, well, to go sell the cows, of course. That we don't need to sell, but even if I was gonna sell them, I would wait to the end. Because I think if you stop them and then start them up again, they just go back to everything they already windrowed and, like, do it again, I think. I think the windrowing works that way. So I'd want to wait till he's finished. Or she. Let's see. Alright. Yeah, a bunch of contracts going on right now. Not really much for me to do. Oh, look there. Something for me to do. Oh, these goats. They are surprising me. I thought I was not going to have to do this that much, but it looks like we're going to be getting some pretty good money from the goat milk. Which definitely means I need to do stacked. I mean, who knows? Even with it stacked higher. Come on. We might still have extra. Let's take a look at these bales. That one's almost gone. Yeah, I mean, I put these grass bales there just to make sure they had enough food, and yeah, they don't eat that much food. I mean, they have all this meadow grass too that they could eat. It's full though. Got all the animals. I'm not going to sell them off periodically like I am the cows though. Let's check on them. Because I mean, what even would I sell them for? $700. Is that their max? 12 months they're 400. So keep an eye on it just to see. I'm curious what the max is, but yeah, it's not really gonna make us too much money. And honestly, once we swap out the cows for dairy cows, I can get rid of this thing and sell it, make a little more money. One less thing I need to really have, since I won't be selling the cows, I won't be selling the chickens, and I won't be selling the goats. So alright, the hoeing, this guy's almost done. Once he's done, I think I'm gonna take the bale wrapping. Because that $7,000 for just wrapping some bales is pretty good. Really can't beat that. It's a decent amount of money. It's not a huge leasing cost, so the return on, you know, just doing the contract is good. But then it also doesn't take a bunch of time. I mean, it takes a little time just to wait for it to wrap and whatever, but here at the beginning of the month when I'm doing my own work is just like mowing, and I'm not doing the baling myself. It's good to have a baling contract for me physically to do. A wrapping contract in this case. I'm watching this guy because he should be finishing relatively soon. Maybe. All right, I'm finishing it. Getting impatient. Assuming you just are doing the headlands, so I'm just gonna drive around here. There we go. All right, turn that in. 5 grand, pretty good. I could do some spraying. Maybe I'll do that later. All right, let's pick up this one. We'll just borrow, mainly because it's so close to the shop. It'll be easier. That way we don't use our own wrap up. Alright, check on everyone. Yeah, they'll be done really quick. Might run out of contracts to do. Suppose we could do spraying. I don't like doing spraying though because you have to buy the herbicide and then I don't want to waste the money of having to buy it, so I go put it somewhere and I don't know, it's just a little annoying. Maybe we're speed up time a little bit. I did slow it down again, but speed it up a bit. See if we get some new contracts. The harvesting ones are my favorite to do while baling because I can just, you know, bale or wrap, and then occasionally go over and, you know, do the typical harvesting things. But again, in April, you're not going to get that. Decent amount of bales, but not too bad. You're almost done with that. You're getting there on the cutting. Hopefully you're just about done with this field before the windrowing's done. All right, the hoeing contract is finished. Collect. I know I could have used that for this one, but I think I'm just gonna borrow. Like I said, the hoeing. Oh, nope. This. This row. The hoeing isn't too bad because the equipment, like I said, is I think it's like $650 or $950 to borrow. So, and it gets done relatively quickly. So, you know, doing the contract to make even like $1,000 to $2,000 is still pretty worth it, in my opinion. Because you have to take into account time. So one of the worst time ones is like root crops, like carrots, which I have done before. I think I did it just like an episode or two ago, and I almost always regret it because it just takes so much time. Even with the better equipment that does hold on to the crop, it still takes so much time. My favorite harvesting are like what I call the simple ones. So like all the like wheat crops, anything with the regular harvester, plus like corn and sunflowers. Even cotton is easy. But yeah, like any of the root crops, usually not worth the time it takes to finish them. Unless I was doing them for my own field, which I don't really do root crops that much, but in the pigs and veggies run, hence the name, we'll be doing them. We're doing the veggies. I think you can use veggies to feed pigs instead of like, so you should just be sugar beets and potatoes, but I think you can use all the other ones too. All right, let's turn in the weeding. Oh, excuse me. Not gonna worry about that. Wrapping is too small. That's pretty small for hoeing, and it's a little annoying to get to, so we won't worry about that. I don't really want to do the fertilizing. I don't know. Is that even worth it? 640. So we're making like $400. Yeah, that's not worth it. If there were another weeding contract, like the one I just turned in, actually, maybe, but yeah, not a great contract month, to be honest. That's the cutting. Oh, you were done. Actually, I want to keep this going. I'm not going to worry about the windrowing yet. Finish this up, and then also let the guy cutting, let him finish that field, and then I'll start the windrowing. Of course, I could cut it and just leave it, and that would save me, and I could do all the baling the second time. Especially since there's not really any good, like I'm running out of contracts to do, to kind of like take up my time, I suppose. So I could just cut and let it sit, have it grow another 3 months, and then pick it all up later. I mean, I already did the windrowing on this field, but that's fine. I mean, I could just leave it like this, and then when they cut again, it'll all windrow together anyways. Yeah, maybe I'll do that. Since this isn't really the best time for contracts. All right, yeah, so let's finish up. I'm sure that the hoeing will probably actually finish around or before I'm done with this one. I just want to keep an eye on this guy. Get him started on the next field when he's done. So yeah, we won't make enough money. There's not enough contracts, but we won't make enough money to buy the field. Plus, even if we do get to 225, I feel like we would barely get there. And I don't want to leave myself with nothing. Which is kind of why I didn't buy it the first time. It worked out because I had to buy the telehandler. But it's not bad that the telehandler really only put us back like one cut for the year. Because I think the contracts we make the next time we cut the grass will be enough to purchase the field, so then we can get the grass planted then. You know. Hopefully I make sense. I'm trying to say everything out loud that I'm thinking in my head, which sometimes the way I think might be a little confusing, but yeah, just trying to think of the most efficient way to do things. Alright, we can slow down time. Doesn't get too late. I don't think there's any new contracts I want to take. Oh, there are 2 weeding fields. Maybe. So I'd borrow for 640 to do 2 fields for 1,000. So that's what, like $2,000 down to maybe like 1,500 minus any worker fees. Yeah, it's not great. But it is also something that could be going on at the same time as... Oh, let me get you going. Actually, no, you'll be done with this last field relatively quickly. And I can always take over and finish off if all the contracts are done. So, yeah, I'm not going to worry about the weeding. Just let it go. Or finish this up. And then that'll pretty much be it. We can skip ahead to the next cut. Actually, I want to check. Just remembered. Check to see if they need fertilizer. They do. So that is what you're doing. Let's move this out of the way. And look, more milk. So we fast forwarded time. Let's just put that there. I think I filled this up last time, so it should have... Yep, we're good. They actually missed a spot anyways. That's annoying. Alright. Get that fertilized. This last bale wrapped. Alright, the hoeing will be done relatively soon, and grass will be cut soon. So this is a good spot to stop. In the next one, we'll be finishing this field up and Maybe I'll do this one by hand too. But yeah, finishing this field up and skipping ahead to the next cut. And that'll probably be the big month. Hopefully we'll have, so that'll be what? So April, May, June, July. In July there are, I think there's like wheat, canola, barley, oats, I guess peas. So there's some spinach. There should hopefully be some contracts. I mean, we can kind of see how many of those exist. Not a lot of wheat fields. Some decent, I mean, a decent sized barley field. That's not bad. Not too much canola. A pretty big oat fields, 2 of them. So yeah, maybe we'll get lucky with some contracts. Of course, it'll probably be peas that we get a lot of. So there's big pea fields. Spinach. Yeah, those aren't too big. But yeah, we're seeing the. Oh, I also need to fix up either the tractor or the mower. So I'm gonna have to spend some money to do some repairs as well. But thanks for watching, and I hope you join me again next time. Have a good one.